Of course, there are a lot of theories suggesting that China created the coronavirus and played an important role in spreading it all over the world. The problem with these theories is that they don't have concrete evidence. But something that does have concrete evidence is the fact that China is taking complete advantage of this global pandemic. How do they do this? Oh, that's simple. Search for vulnerability. Italy was one of those first countries to be drastically affected by the virus. Due to lockdown, people couldn't keep their business running. That means there was no cash flow. Thus, their economy crashed, and Italian entrepreneurs, out of fear, were selling their stocks at dead cheap price. And guess who was standing there with their arms wide open to buy all those cheap stocks? China. As a matter of fact, China bought in so many companies from Italy that the Italian government lodged an intervention to protect its national companies, basically to prevent China from buying more companies. A lot of African countries are suffering to cope up with this pandemic.
So if there's no food, we have to go look for food. It's hunger, it's not about corona now, because they need to survive.
And China is offering them help, but under one condition. You have to give them something as collateral. Okay, even if they are taking advantage of the situation, it somewhat sounds reasonable, right? Oh, let's see. You see, Zambia was offered help by China, but according to the agreement, they have to provide something as collateral. In this case, China asked for Zambian copper mining assets in exchange for economic help. Copper export is Zambia's main source of income, totaling to 74% of Zambia's export. How could you expect them to give you that? The Australian government in the month of April decided to launch an open inquiry as a global effort to find the origins of the coronavirus outbreak. The Chinese ambassador in Australia quickly threatened economic retaliation. How? You see, China is the largest consumer market for Australian wine and beef. So this is what the Chinese ambassador said. Maybe the ordinary people will say, why should we drink Australian wine or eat Australian beef? Chinese tourists might have second thoughts to visit Australia. Parents of Chinese students would also think whether Australia is the best place to send their kids. Not just affecting the wine and beef industry of Australia, but also targeting tourism and money made out of foreign students. Clever move. What a way to claim something. When it comes to claiming, no country can outshine China. They claim Arunachal Pradesh, parts of Ladakh. This doesn't just end with us. They claim Kinmen and Matsu Islands of Taiwan. They also kind of claim Taiwan. Senkaku Islands of Japan, Paracel Islands with Vietnam, border issues with Bhutan, Scarborough Shoal with Philippines. Should I even start about Hong Kong? Looks like China is claiming everything other than COVID-19. My name is Albert, and I'll meet you on the next one.